I'm so unnecessarily excited. Let me turn the light on because there's not much good lighting. All right, so hi. This is 2026 Amanda. Hi. So I'm going to get into, I guess, not so much an elephant in the room because it's not like my stuff is popular or anything. To the ones who watch me, I appreciate you so much. So the video that I posted last was a 2025 recap, and where I post videos as far as I can remember from the beginning of the new year last year. And I remember, it's funny because I don't know when this was exactly, but I remember thinking like, I wish I was the kind of person who documented my life more. And all of a sudden, year goes by and I didn't even use all the videos that I had. I think if I used all the videos I had, I would have had videos from 2024 and 2023 too, because I've been doing videos for a while and I just haven't been posting them. Trying to get comfortable on the camera, and so it was really for me so that I could like see my progress and how I've grown. And of course, obviously, if it ever became beneficial, like I see that the world could benefit from this, then I will post it. Now, back to what I was saying. So halfway into that clip, there was a clip of me having a mental health crisis. It dawned on me that I didn't really get to add anything to that section right there, and I probably leaves a lot out for interpretation. And that was just a moment that I recorded myself because I recognized for years now that I keep falling into the same patterns, the same loops, and therefore sometimes I just can't help it and like fall into it. So in the moments that I do, I've decided to try, if I can remember, to be more conscious, to at least record myself. And so I could like, I don't know if I do this now because my mindset's more like forward moving thinking rather than looking and trying to analyze the past. But what I used it for was to listen to what I was saying to myself, the things I'm repeating, what things are trying to be heard by me. Obviously in that moment I was not in my grounded space and I was clearly needing help externally from anybody. And it is sad in moments like that when I'm alone and feel like I don't have anyone to talk to, though I do. It's just my own worry, my own like of self-esteem and trust in myself, or feeling like I'm bothering somebody. So just in the past year, I would say there's been 3 episodes of suicidal ideation and mental health crisis, like panic attacks, feeling like I have no control over myself, and having to call the suicide prevention hotline. So I thought I would include that little bit because, like I said, I don't want to be the kind of person who leaves out the bad and only posts the good, because that's not realistic. And in my experience, I found that I resonate most with people who show up for their humanness instead of just portray this perfect, polished image of themselves. I think you could really see, like, I think it's important to see I'm not just someone who's trying to sing about sad songs just to be popular or whatever. Like, I actually experience the stuff that I am writing, the songs I write. Yeah. For me, didn't want to put that. Part of me was telling me, no, don't put that. But I've been recognizing that voice. Now, if it was a more loving voice that was like, I think people could see the full picture of you better without this, then sure, I would have entertained that and maybe I wouldn't have put it. But the voice telling me that, like, voice is like such an attention seeker. You're things that like family used to say to me when I was younger. And I realized like I'm not gonna let that be the reason why I don't post parts of me that I feel like is important to see. Not for no reason that I'm putting these things out. And I think in a lot of my videos I sense foreshadowing. When I watched them in the future, it's almost like I was seeing, like when I was recording it, I wasn't feeling that. But when I watched it, I saw what was happening. I'm foreshadowing. This is what's coming. So I have no doubt that this is going to be similar. No matter what area in life I end up, what aspect, what career, what vocation I end up in, I know it's going to be fulfilling, and I know it's going to be exactly what I wanted in some way. So I'm not going to settle for a life that I don't love. So I'm not holding back I'm not, like, if I see a vision and I know it's true, I'm not just, there's some things you keep to yourself, but some things, like, I need to keep that to myself. Like, I don't care if you guys don't see the vision yet. I see it, and I see the ones who see the vision that I see without needing to see it physically. And I appreciate everyone, honestly. I keep getting compliments that feel like, oh, they're like hitting my soul. like actually reflecting back to me that I'm a really good songwriter. I thought it was really cool. Even though it's long, I think it's really cool to see. Like, the very first video I posted was, I recall me saying something about how I want to write a song and I want it to flow. I want to write a song like I used to, basically. And I remember in that moment, it was like, I want to do this, but I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to do it and I'm going to go take the baby steps. And it was really cool seeing that, because once you get to the end of the video, I'm producing full-fledged music. And in between those two parts of the video, there's a part where I'm like, this is my first time actually recording, and I'm aware that there's a lot that I have to learn. And like, the fact that I documented that, like, that's so cute. Like, really out here showing up for ourselves. Okay. It's 2026 now. It is the second day of January. I am planning on doing a weekly assessment. It is Friday. It's a full moon too, by the way. Full moon in, I want to say Capricorn, but I don't think so. Nope. Full moon in Cancer is at 5:03 a.m. So it's going to be playing with our emotions and memories. Okay, my goal for the rest of the day is to write out my goals for the week. I had been training myself to have like nocturnal sleep schedule, though it's not really nocturnal. It's more like go to sleep at like 8 in the morning, wake up at like 2. That's 6 hours. And I feel like so much better than than going to sleep like at 12 and waking up at 6. I don't know why. I do so much better when that 6 o'clock is me about to go to sleep rather than me waking up. I don't know why, but my mind just thinks it's a lot for the day. Like, so much to do. There's barely anything open. Then people are gonna start going to work soon, and that's just boring to me. It makes me feel like it's dragging, and I love taking naps during the day. I've always taken like most divine naps during the day. I can't fall asleep on my back for some reason. I know why. Every time I fall asleep on my back at nighttime, I have sleep paralysis. Not fun. It literally feels sometimes like I'm like there's a force of like G-force of inertia, like I'm just laying in my bed, but it feels like I'm falling and being like falling at extreme rates into a black hole, and there's no grounding behind me, in front of me. I can't hold on to anything. It just feels like I am falling into a portal, and I can hear in my head what sounds like, you know, when you do a yawn. I don't know how much that happens nowadays, but when I was little, I used to be really loud, and I used to like to figure out what that was, because it felt like I was in a force field or something. Like when you yawn, and it sounds like a frequency, like I don't know. But you know, when you do this, you can hear everything. It's almost like you're one with everything. So that's what it felt like, but it's so loud for some reason when I'm sleeping at nighttime. It's terrifying. It feels like immediate like silence to like if you're listening to like EDM or something. And then when I'm in that, it's hard for me to get out of it. Like, I have to like do so much not panicking to just get out of it. And then when I'll like be still half asleep, so then I'll try to fall back asleep and fall right back into it. It is terrifying sometimes. Not really like scary, but it's like, what the heck is happening? I have no control over myself. Then there's other times that I'll have sleep paralysis where, I think I said this before, but something's carrying me. I'm just floating in the air. It's an invisible being like holding me and trying to take me into another room or something. First time I had that dream, it felt like there was like crime scene or something, and like argument with a mother and I don't know if it was my mother or not, but it was really weird. It's almost like something was happening to me at the same time. Like, we're trying to make me not remember that I was unconscious and I had no control over my body, but I was like aware of it. Like, I don't know, something was looking at, like, consciousness was aware that I was being carried, and I was so limp. Like, never seen a human body so limp. But yeah, that's why I like sleeping in the morning, because I don't have that. I can sleep. I like to put on a meditative power nap on my phone or TV and rain sounds. But yeah, I think that this way of life will work for me in some way. Maybe it doesn't have to be attached to the times. Like, I would like to be the kind of person that wakes up at 6 o'clock and doesn't feel the feeling that I don't know what to do. Like, same way at 6 o'clock when I'm about to go to bed in 2 hours, I have so many things that I know I want to do. Like I will clean, I will do projects. And I also wonder if it's just like if it's just something I have to accept. Like this, I know they say a lot about the circadian rhythm. Just feel so much more in control of my life when I sleep this way. It feels like I'm taking a nap instead of going to sleep. And so when I wake up, it feels like just a continuation of the day. So yeah, I've been feeling like I haven't been feeling the typical like every day that I normally do. I'm feeling like I'm in kind of control of what I'm experiencing, which is really cool. I'm realizing that as I speak as well. So I think that will no, actually there's one more thing. So I'm starting to collaborate with other artists, and that's exciting. I thought it would be much more anxiety provoking. Thankfully, I also to come across someone who is very the way they speak. I am like that in a way. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes, but in a way that's like not so like my power away in a way. I want to talk about creative projects. I want to figure out what's next. What are we gonna do? What do you want to? What is your vision? And let's see how we can create that. And it's starting to make me realize I might really want to start producing things for other people and collaborating more. Because it was really interesting, the process. We started bouncing ideas back and forth, and it was really nice because it's not like my mind worries about that in a way that's like, okay, get my idea and their idea is completely different, and now we don't know what to do in order for my idea to work out to completely dismantle their idea and vice versa. But this time it was like our ideas were like onto each other, and I thought that was really nice. I think that's ideal. I would love to do that. And so I wrote down my lyrics based on the beat and the theme of the song, and it just flowed right to me, and I bounced it back. He liked it. He gave me some ideas of he wants to put on his side and what we should like and who sings what. He that he's still trying to get better and get more into songwriting, so I figured I could help along with that. Gave me a good idea of what he was dealing with, and like so I put it into some lyrics, and it's amazing how much it flowed. Like I was noticing during the morning. In the morning I'm kind of geared towards like into my center rather than trying to zone into like in projects, but like noticed my mind almost feeling bad about that because I didn't want other people to think that I'm not taking it seriously. But I realized just being open about these things, like I'm messaging at this hour, like I said, I wasn't lying when I said I'm a night owl. Didn't have to say more than that. Yeah, I bounced the idea back from what he bounced back, and it's like it's really starting to see this thing come to life. We're figuring out the rhythm right now, though. We're pretty close. I've been using a beat that's similar to the one that we're using because I like to try to like putting it in the digital audio workspace, and to put the lyrics like it comes to my mind. Tried to emulate that, and couldn't do that without the actual beat. The beat he has to purchase, but he sent it to me to let me know, to get an idea of what kind of beat it is, so what kind of song it's gonna be, and that stuff. And I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I mean, wow, I really love doing this stuff. I've been doing music videos. I've been doing video I just did the other day that's 52 minutes long. I'm in the space where I'm like, I would love to start making like out of content footage, and I realized the only thing that stopped me in the past was my ego trying to make me feel like, oh, who is this? What do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You know, projecting that onto other people, because I obviously would like to not think that my own self is trying to sabotage me. But I recognize it would try to make me feel like I have no merit to speak on what I know. Like, I'm not famous, so why am I posting a music video of myself? No one cares what I think. Why am I posting what I think online? But that's very stupid. I'm not gonna listen to that mind, and if I see it projected externally, I'm just gonna try to recognize that, because who wants to live guided by that voice? It's not nice. It's a lie. So I just got done a little while ago getting my hair deep conditioned. It was very much long due, though I gotta say I am a little sad at how basically ignorantly my hairstylist was combing my hair. Oh my god, I'm shocked that cosmetologists can do that. I'm just like, wow. I know I'm not a cosmetologist. I used to want to go to school for that. I almost did. But I No, when you're working with curly hair, at least, or hair that is dry, frizzy, you start from the bottom up to prevent breakage. This woman, she just went straight into my lengths, and she was playing tug of war with my hair, and it was hard for me to not want to just crawl under my skin and walk away. You clearly don't know what you're doing. But I decided to take into consideration the fact that, one, not everyone has long hair like this. Two, I never took care of my hair. I did, but it's almost like I woke up, and I told this to her too. I said, as if I woke up one day and just came to the realization that I never really knew how to properly maintain my hair. Because like I said, this is not a long hair thing. This is an unmanaged hair problem that I'm dealing with. This feels awfully close up. So I am excited about that. Yesterday that I decided mid doing my hair that it was 12 o'clock at night, and I was trying all day little increments to brush my hair. What's crazy about it is lately, if it's almost like if you don't finish the whole job at once, it's like you never did it. And then so you have to continuously do it in a way so that you don't mix up the hair that you combed, hair that's not combed, because somehow it's like a magnet. They just love to entangle with each other. But even now already I'm seeing the difference, and that is just amazing. I'm not gonna stress about the hairs that she blatantly was pulling out of my head. It didn't hurt me or anything, but I'm like, she's doing this thing, and you hear all the breakage, and I'm seeing it through the mirror, and I'm like, oh my god, I would never. So I'm shocked at someone doing that who's actually licensed to do hair. But like I said, I took into consideration my hair is not the typical hair. I have very long, thin, frizzy, dry hair, which means that it's going to try to cling on to any moisture as if its life depended on it, and it's going to tangle itself somehow effortlessly. So I was like, I'm not going to do this. I saw some videos of people who went into the hair salon and they had matted hair. Now my hair was not matted, but there was some knots underneath because I had my hair in a bun overnight and the whole day, so that's just really annoying. So I tried taking out as much as possible, but it just kept getting knotty, and I just gave up and was like, before I cut this off, I'm going to try to get it professionally treated, I guess. And so far so good. She was even so nice enough to give me extra leftover professional product. Try it out, tell me what you think. I told her I'm gonna make an appointment for next week, and I'm gonna brush my own hair before then. I really do like the way she did her hair, and the place is so nice, but she does not know how to brush Spanish people hair at all. That was kind of sad. I was a little disappointed in that, but like I said, at a point where it's like I need to figure something out. So whatever she was pulling, maybe it needed to be pulled, because it's not anywhere near. What's really sad is maybe she pulled out so much hair that I have barely any length. Maybe my ends are so thin now. But at this point, I'm thinking this is just a step I'm taking. I would love to not cut my hair, but if I could preserve it, and if I could find ways, because obviously I'm ignorant, this can't be all that there is to having long hair. I would love to be able to do more things with it, so I want to try take the steps that I can. Maybe I can try being a person who goes regularly to the hair salon and does treatments on my hair and stuff like that. Do my ends, because I haven't cut my ends in 2 years professionally. I did it 6 months ago or so on my own, but anyways. So yeah, I am coming to an end of this video. I'm going to continue doing some cleanup and getting ready for when Austin gets home. I am so excited. I missed him so much. It felt like I'm in a time warp. I didn't realize how much like added structure to my life, which is, I guess, not a bad, it's a good thing. Though when it comes to the food thing, I'm not so sure about that, because being gone, I eat like once a day, and that is not good. Like I noticed, I won't even eat if it wasn't for him honoring, I don't know, it honors his hunger, but it's at a point where it gets a little late. He's waits until he gets like, sometimes, I don't think he does it on purpose, but he notices like hungry, and then sometimes I'll feel bad because I'm like, dang, I'm supposed to be like a nurturer, the wife or whatever. I try not to fall into gender roles, but it is interesting how ingrained they are into our society, not even consciously. So when I try to like stick dependency we have to food, like sometimes I won't be hungry and then he'll wait for me until I'm hungry, and I still won't be hungry and I won't know what I want, and he'll wait for me. I'll just get what you want. I'm fine, I'll get whatever. Honestly, like, food is not a priority. I'm the kind of person that literally does not like that we have to eat. I don't like that we have to keep eating in a way that's like, oh, if I don't eat, I'm gonna feel like dying. Like at least, like, and I feel like that happens more when I eat 3 meals a day. I feel like that more. If I eat once a day, I only feel that once. I know there's something not right about the 3 meals a day thing. I try not to think too much about it, but I think it's just gonna come flowing to me at one point. But I do feel better when I eat when I feel like I'm hungry, not thinking, oh, it's 10 o'clock, I need to eat breakfast because soon it's gonna be lunch. I don't want to live my life revolved around food. Oh my god, it makes me want to throw up. It just takes away the purpose. Like, I want to eat food because it tastes delicious, because it was made with love, because it was an experience, and you get to enjoy it and you get to connect over it. Not because I'm gonna be a grouch if I don't eat. So there's a lot of things that I'm realizing I would live based on like that. And I'm over it. But yeah, thought I would share these things. I am looking forward to, you might see, I will be surprised if I keep my word, though I don't know if I would say keep my word. It's just more like remain consistent with my word. Because I say things and it's almost like when I know at this point, if I say something, I should probably like backtrack, because I set myself up a lot. I'm an ex-people pleaser, and sometimes we say things to avoid temporary discomfort in the moment, but it brings us into more chaos in the future, or feelings of shame because you don't maintain or keep up with our word. In my case, how many times I said I'm going to be more consistent posting videos, and I would go on months of a hiatus or years. So thank you for those of you who see the human in me and still choose to honor it and accept me. I accept and honor you too. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful day. I will be seeing you guys soon. Like if you are not subscribed and if you liked it. Thank you.